Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I also wanted to let you know that not only do I create content here on Class in the Glass, but I also stream content in my Twitch channel, Mr. Revan7. I play single-player games, multiplayer games, and I also do movie reviews and cartoon reviews as well. I also want to encourage you to check out my Patreon, Class in the Glass, where I offer audio commentaries, full reactions for movies, and also the ability to submit questions for my video casts and podcasts. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. We must now get into my review, my scene by scene breakdown of Spider-Man Episode 22, The Tablet of Time. What the fuck this episode's called? I don't remember, chat. It is The Tablet of Time. Nailed it, chat. Nailed it. Now, as we all know, chat, the last episode, Spider-Man had turned into the Man-Spider, okay? His DNA went all wonky, chat, and it took the combined efforts of Dr. Crawford, Kraven the Hunter, and the Punisher to help him, chat, to bring him down, not to kill him, but to bring him down so he can get some good old antidote in his system. And he's doing much better, chat. Or so we're led to believe by the end of the episode, chat. But things are a lot more complicated. They're always more complicated, chat, in Peter Parker's life than we initially perceived them to be. But, chat, we're opening this episode, and we're not in the middle of the Big Apple. We're not in New York City. No. We are in the jungles, chat, of South America. And we're following these two guys who are on an expedition to discover this temple, and lo and behold, they find the temple, chat, and they go up this temple, chat, and they enter into an atrium where they see this massive tablet, and they go, "Oh my God, we found it! We found the Tablet of Time!" And we cut back to New York City, chat, and everyone's so excited about the Tablet of Time. It's going to be presented to Kirk Connors for study, but everyone, all these private collectors around the world, they want to buy it. And, like, everyone's rejecting. All the explorers that found it, they're rejecting. No, we don't want $50 million, $100 million. No fucking thank you, okay? No, we want to understand the history of this tablet, of why this ancient civilization, so many civilizations, some of the greatest South American civilizations passed through so many, revered it for so long, chat. But there are some other interested parties in New York City who's watching this chat. One, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. He's hearing about this tablet of time. He's talking. He's thinking to himself, well, now that it's apparently worth so much goddamn money, I bet there's going to be a few super criminals trying to go after it. And Spider-Man would be right in this situation, chat. He is. Because then we cut to Wilson Fisk himself, chat, the kingpin of crime. It's a secret. They don't know that Wilson Fisk is the kingpin of crime. They think he's just some wealthy billionaire. I think he's a philanthropist, chat. They don't know. But he's fucking throwing around. He's getting into some sweaty wrestling matches, chat. He's got 3 guys on top of him, but they can't move the kingpin of crime, chat. He's too big, too muscular. He's not fat, chat. He's just big bone. And he throws these guys around. He's listening to the newspaper. He's like, the Tablet of Time. I must add that to my collection. But then, chat, he's not the only crime lord listening in New York City to that report, watching it. But we also have, chat, Silvermane. Antonio Silvermane, chat, and he wants a Tablet of Time, but for alternate reasons. He desires it greatly, chat, and he'll reveal all soon. And he sends his boy Hammerhead, who I guess works for him, to retrieve the Tablet of Time. And then, chat, we're at the docks. We're at the docks, and they're unloading the Tablet of Time off this big old boat. And Spider-Man showed up just in case there's any shenanigans going down. He wants to make sure this thing gets to Dr. Kirk Connors easy fucking peasy. But, oh my God, a helicopter comes in, chat, and Hammerhead with a couple of his boys. They land on there. They beat the shit out of the poor workers. These guys are just trying to move it to, like, the boat to the car. And they start pummeling the shit out of these poor guys. And they hook up the Tablet of Time, or just about to, chat, but then good old Spider-Man drops down and he starts wrestling with them, hits all the rest of Hammerhead's goons, takes them out like that, but Hammerhead himself is there, and Spider-Man's like, who the fuck are you? You look ridiculous. And Hammerhead goes, shut up, webhead, and he just fucking runs at him, chat, with his big old dome, hits the side of the boat. And Spider-Man's like, Jesus Christ, is that head of yours a dangerous weapon? And he goes, pure adamantium, wall crawler. It's like, adamantium, that's cool. And he fucking runs at Spider-Man again, chat, but it doesn't work. That's Hammerhead's go-to move. Run at you directly and see what happens. But it did not work out. Instead, he hits the fucking Tablet of Time, which is in a giant metallic case, and it falls off the edge of the pier. Spider-Man goes, shit! And he fucking webs it up. He's fucking holding on to a chat, pulling up, and Hammerhead's just about to fucking whack him. He goes, Hammerhead, you moron. If you hit me, I'll drop this thing, and then it'll be destroyed in the water. Hammerhead goes, all right, I'll let you pull it up. And it's funny because Hammerhead's just standing there as Spider-Man is slowly pulling this thing up. And just that visual I always thought was funny. But as soon as he gets it up there, chat, Hammerhead goes, bah, right into the kisser. And Spider-Man, he flies into like a giant, another ship, chat. He's in the bowels of the ship, and it's grinding up all this fish shit, all this tuna. And Spider-Man's like, oh, God, no. But he uses webbing to gunk up the gears, so he can jump out of there. And then, but Hammerhead and his boys, they hooked up the tablet of time, the helicopter. They're just about to fly off of it. But it's okay, because Spider-Man, he grabbed one of those spinning gears, showing those blades, throws it at the helicopter's rope, cuts the rope, and he grabs Spider-Man just in the nick of time, grabs the tablet of time, completely safe and secure. Hammerhead goes like, fuck you, webhead. You can't say that. It's a PG show, Hammerhead. But he flies off. And then, typical, chat, because Spider-Man has a tablet of time, all the police arrive, and they go, Spider-Man's trying to steal the tablet of time. He's like, I'm not. I just saved it. But here's the thing, chat. Right before they were just about to start blasting Spider-Man, the adventurers, the archaeologists, they go, what the fuck are you doing? He saved it. He saved our lives. He saved the tablet of time. And the police goes, are you sure? He's like, yeah, you fucking moron. He goes, no, this stinks. Something stinks. And it's like, why would it stink? He goes, no, I smell it. And it's because Spider-Man was in a giant fucking fish graveyard. And he smells like rotten fish. And he goes, man, I can't get any goddamn respect. So he puts the thing down, chat, and they all take it. They take it to the Dr. Connor's lab. He starts analyzing the shit out of it. That's what he's got to start doing. Meanwhile, we cut to the Kingpin. We cut to Silverman. And Hammerhead goes to report to Silverman, tells him about, I'm sorry, boss, I fucked up. He's like, you're goddamn right, you fucked up. How could you do something like that? I need the tablet of time. And Hammerhead's like, why do you need it so bad, boss? And Silverman, he goes on a big old spiel, chat, talking about how the tablet of time has these mystical powers, and the ancients, these ancient civilizations, they would hold an annual contest for their greatest warriors who have aged significantly, and whoever would win that contest, they'd be able to start anew. They would be given their youth back, and they would be able to live a whole new life all over again. And it's like, I'm fucking old as shit. I don't have that many years left, and I need this so I can become powerful, so I can be the crime lord I once was, so I could defeat motherfuckers like the Kingpin. And you fail me, Hammerhead. Get out of here. You're lucky I don't kill you where you stand. He goes, I'm sorry, boss. He's like, get out. I gotta call some other people. And by the way, chat, he has this mysterious woman. This mysterious woman is always right by his shoulder, chat. He talks to her all about this nonsense. And he's like, but I always have you, my dear. You are my greatest creation. He's like, oh, what's this about? Darkseid, thank you for another 5 minutes. Question. Why is Connor's analyzing tablet not an archaeologist? I don't know. He's a biologist. He's a biologist. And it's like, why is he analyzing him like this? Yeah, it should go to an archaeologist. No. Dr. Connors, because they need to set up a faux conflict with him becoming a lizard again. Doesn't make it makes no sense. Maybe his minor is in archaeology. I don't know. And so after that happens, we cut to the home of the Kingpin, Chad, the Kingpin of crime. And he's enjoying a dinner with his wife, Vanessa, the first appearance of Vanessa in the animated series, Chad. And things aren't going well. Because Kingpin, he's fucking shoveling the food in. Vanessa's looking at him, he's like, listen, Wilson, we got to talk. He's like, what we got to talk about? What's wrong? And she says, I want you to be a husband. It's like, I am a husband. I can get you anything that you ever desire. It's like, not that. I want you to stop being a crime lord. And he goes, this again, Jesus Christ. Now, you weren't complaining when you got all those dresses and jewels and vacations before, but now that I'm busy, now you care that I'm a crime lord. Now you're bothered by it. And she goes, see, you're yelling at me. It's like, I'm yelling because you're yelling at me. It's spousal disagreements, Chad. They're intense. And he's like, Vanessa, I always have time for you. I never not have time for you. And the fucking phone rings and goes, Vanessa, hold on. And he's like, Vanessa, I gotta leave for dinner. I got this business. She goes, there you go, Wilson. He goes, damn it, she's got a point. Anyway, I gotta take this call. And he learns, chat, that Hammerhead has infiltrated his estate, his compound. He's coming in. And Kingpin's like, let him in. I will meet him in my whiskey room, one of my 6 whiskey rooms. And he He puts the phone down, and then he goes to his whiskey room chat, and he's drinking water because they can't show whiskey on the animated children's show. And Hammerhead, he busts on in. And Kingpin's like, how fortuitous that you show up here, Hammerhead. What do you want? He's like, I got something to say to you, Kingpin. I want to make a deal. And Kingpin goes, a deal? Really? And he goes over to his fucking globe, and he presses a button, and the fucking chandelier comes down on top of Hammerhead. And Kingpin's like, now that I have you at disadvantage, come here! And he grabs him, and he starts fucking beating the shit out of him. And he's like, you never come into my home unannounced. Now, why the hell are you here, Hammerhead? He's like, listen. I came here because I don't want to work for Silverman anymore. I want to work for you. And Kingpin's like, I don't fucking trust you, okay? What do you got from him? What information do you have? He's like, Silverman's trying to go after the Tablet of Time. He wants it. He thinks it's going to make him young again. He thinks it has magical powers. Kingpin goes, really? That's interesting. Okay, that's good. And Hammerhead's like, I can get it for you. He's like, I don't know. First of all, thank you. I don't trust you at all, okay? I'm going to get some other people to work on this, and we'll see just how loyal you are. And if you're not loyal to me, I'll send you back to Silvermane in pieces. It's like, Jesus. Think there's some 5 pennies. Could be vodka. You never know. It's true. That's true. It is clear. Could be clear colored alcohol. Maybe Kingpin's not a whiskey. Maybe he is a gin guy. Or, as you said, a vodka man. I can see that. So, woo. Yeah. Redford, Chris, Piss, Chris. I am talking about the Spider-Man because I'm gonna explain how the Juice nickname started. I've talked about it before, Vice Emoji. It was originally I did a show called Sam Ain't Seen Shit with Sam Gonzalez, formerly of Double Toasted. He started calling me the Juice, and then Corey just kind of glommed onto it as well, started calling me Juicy. And like, there's no reason why they picked that name. I mean, my middle name is James. It has a Jane, and they went, Juicy. And that just stuck. It's not an interesting story. This is my name. It's a name that stuck. I had to live with it. But he's like, he calls fucking Alistair Smythe, and he says, Alistair, is the big robot done yet? And Alistair goes, sure is, boss. He's like, great. Send that after Dr. Kirk Connors and get the Tablet of Time. And Alistair's like, I probably need them both or whatever to get them. We need the Tablet of Time. Kingpin's like, get Dr. Kirk Connors too, because even though he's a biologist and not an archaeologist, he knows more about it than anyone. It's like, okay, sure. And then, shall we cut to the Empire State University, where Deborah Whitman, Chad, is going on a date with Flash because of the traumatic experience of them previously dealing with Morbius an episode ago. Because of that shared trauma, chat, they're now dating, and they're smooching, and they're banging. Good for both of them, chat. Opposites do attract in that case. See? They can respect each other's differences and still have a good time. But then we're introduced to the character of, of Alyssa. A new character, Chad. She's a new romantic interest in the life of Peter Parker. I believe her name is Alyssa. I just want to make sure that it is indeed. Yeah, sure. I just want to go ahead and see. Is it Alyssa? Hold on. Deborah Whitman, Tombstone, Margaret Connors. Alyssa, I nailed it, Chad. Ha! Alyssa. And she's there, and she sees Deborah Whitman leaving. She goes, all right, see you later. But then, Chad, all of a sudden, she sees Spider-Man show up, too, and she's observing him. And Spider-Man goes into the laboratory of Dr. Kirk Connors. And this is where we learned something, chat. Apparently, Spider-Man has been going to see Dr. Kirk Connors to be exposed to the neurogenic recombinator, chat, because even though he got the antidote from Dr. Crawford, there's a potential. I mean, apparently he can still become the man spider again. So he needs to go in for these daily sessions of being exposed to the DNA, the fucking neogenic recombinator, or will turn into the man spider in days. It's like, that's fucked up. So apparently that thing was just a temporary thing. That's nuts. And so he's constantly exposed to this. And Spider-Man's asking him, it's like, what do you know about the Tablet of Time? And Dr. Connors is like, well, from what I can tell is it seems to be irradiated, low levels, and everything, but it's weird. We have to be very careful with this. And all of a sudden, Chad, boom, big explosion. And Alistair Smythe's giant robot called the Mega Spider Slayer has arrived. And it's a big, thick robot boy. And it grabs the Tablet of Time, and it grabs Dr. Kirk Connors. It's like, I'm taking you with me. And then Spider-Man goes, whoa, 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 whoa. And he fucking starts fighting the robot. But he can't stick to it because it's, like, very slick. It's got, like, a ton of Vaseline on it, chat. The robot has, like, sonic wave gun. It has, like, laser guns. It has rockets, chat. It's the ultimate Spider Slayer. It's crazy. And then Well, this is all going on, chat. We cut to Dr. Connors, and he's slowly turning into the lizard. Oh, my God. So that wasn't a cure-all for him either. Apparently nothing works in this goddamn world, chat. And Spider-Man's like, oh, my God, you're turning into a lizard. He's like, don't look at me, please. And eventually the fight goes out onto the street. Spider-Man, he's like, I can't let this happen. I have to protect Dr. Kirk Connors. He adheres to him, chat. Smythe, he takes off with the tablet of time, goes back to the Kingpin. And eventually, Chad, we cut to the Kingpin, and he's riding around in New York City in his limousine, stops at a toy store, goes inside, and he's like, where are your toy robots? And the clerk goes, toy robots, very popular. Let me show you. Presses a button, chat, reveals a secret moving bookcase and a room filled with all sorts of advanced weaponry and robotics, chat. And Kingpin goes in there, and Alistair smiles like, I have obtained the tablet of time, Kingpin, but I got to talk to you about some weird shit. And Kingpin's like, I hope it's good news. I hope you have already started translating and know all the information of the tablet of time. And Alistair goes, no. He's like, no. What do you mean, no? I can't decipher it. And by the way, during our battle, apparently, the tablet of time started to generate. I noticed it had like this irradiation, and so in my fucking infinite wisdom, I started exposing this thing to high levels of radiation, and now it's sucking it all up, and it's basically vibrating like a nuclear bomb. And he's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, and I don't know what to do." Kibben's like, "Fucking go get Dr. Kirk Connors," and he's like, "But you told me not to." He's like, do what I say. Don't do as I do as I say. And he's like, "Fine." And so he goes out there, chat, and to get the good old Dr. Kirk Connors. They got to fucking fix this thing. It's not looking good. And so Spider-Man, he goes to drop off good old Kurt back at his home, because he's telling Kirk Connors, like, listen, you guys got to get out of here. Kingpin, Mike, or whoever, he doesn't even know it's Kingpin. But he's like, Alistair Smythe might come back for you, okay? So you got to go away for a few days. Or no, Dr. Connors says, he's trying to get his wife and son to go with his sister, and then he's going to leave town himself to stay separated so he doesn't endanger them because he knows someone's going to come for him. But then Spider-Man's there to protect them. But the fucking Mega Spider Slayer, it busts on open, and it punches the shit out of Mrs. Connors, and she's fucking dead, chat. She's dead. She just explodes. It hit her so goddamn hard. She just blew up. She's dead. And little Billy's running around. He's scared because his mom just died. And then, oh no, because of the death of his wife, chat, Kirk Connors he becomes the Lizard. And now Spider-Man and the Lizard team up. They team up to try to fight the Mega Spider Slayer. But eventually, Alistair Smythe's like, listen, I expected Spider-Man. I did not expect a fucking giant lizard man, okay? So, look at that. I did not punch Kirk Connors' wife to death. I can't find Kirk Connors, so I'll just take his wife and we'll just force him to come to us. So he fucking flies off with Mrs. Connors, chat. He goes there and Spider-Man goes, shit. And he's like, wait, lizard, no. And the lizard's gone back in the sewer. He's like, I'm going to be a lizard person now. See ya. He's like, damn it. And he goes in the sewers looking for the lizard. He's fucking walking around. He's like, God damn it, I did not need this. Why didn't you tell me, Doc, that you were turning the lizard again? And apparently, I guess Dr. Connors did explain. He's like, listen, I don't know why. I've had these sudden urges, these transformations. I basically only transform or start to transform into a lizard when I'm under intense anxiety or stress. And so he's looking at the fucking lizard, and he's making some weird nest. And he finds him, chat. They start wrestling. They start roughhousing things. Thankfully, Spider-Man, he incapacitates the lizard using the electricity from the subway system. So it knocks him out. He's like, all right, I got to take it back to the goddamn neurogenic recombinator to turn you back into Kirk Connors. Meanwhile, chat, we cut back to the offices of Silvio Anton, whatever his name is, Silvermane. And he's like, well, now that Hammerhead has failed me, a lot of villains introduced in this episode, chat. I want you to work for me, Tombstone. And we're introduced to Tombstone, chat. There's like a ton of new villains here. And it's like, I'll do your bidding, Silvermane, but I gotta get paid. It's like, you'll get your money as long as you get me the tablet of time. And he's like, where is it? I mean, it's revealed, Chad. It's revealed. Because Tombstone he's like, well, who do I got to talk to know who to go after? And she walks in, Chad. Fucking Alyssa from earlier. She was observing. She was observing where Spider-Man was going and talking to good old Dr. Kirk Connors. Also, she was hitting on Peter Parker. Peter Parker's like, let's go on a date, Alyssa. Now that Mary Jane is dating Harry Osborn, let's you and me, you and I hook up. And Alyssa, she was manipulating the whole time. She just so she can get information about the tablet of time from Peter, because Peter is Dr. Kirk Connors' prize pupil, chap. It was all ruse. And she's like, and Tombstone's like, not bad for a snitchy. And Silverheel, he's like, gets up, he's like, don't you talk about my daughter that way. She is the best. All right, do what you're told. And fucking Tombstone, he goes out there. And so after Spider-Man, he is cured, or he's used the neurogenic recombinator on the lizard, turns him human, but then all of a sudden, boom, big explosion. And Tombstone walks in, and he just starts pummeling this shit out of Spider-Man, chat. Tombstone is incredibly strong. When Spider-Man goes to hit him back, he says, go, it's like hitting concrete. It's like, Tombstone explains, yeah, man, my skin is stronger than anything. Bullets I don't even feel a fucking thing. I feel nothing. And then the whole room starts to fill with these toxic chemicals, chat, all the smoke and things, because Dr. Kirk Connors experimenting on things he shouldn't be experimenting with. Shouldn't have been fucking with the neurogenic recombinator. Come on, buddy. And we learned a very interesting ability that Tombstone has, because he's just holding Spider-Man in place like in a headlock, and someone's like, we're gonna fucking suffocate in here. We gotta get out. And Tombstone's like, oh, don't you worry, Webhead. I don't even breathe. How are you alive then? Tombstone, he doesn't breathe. So how is he alive? Doesn't make any sense. And then it cuts, Jen. That's the end. So my whole thing is a lot of things in this episode. There's a lot of crazy shit that we saw. Like a Kingpin and Alistair Smythe, they kidnapped Dr. Connor's wife. Alyssa is the daughter of Silvermane. Hammerhead's a double agent working for the Kingpin now. Tombstone. But I want to know, how the hell does Tombstone not breathe? He breathes through his skin? Is that how it is? But then shouldn't he be dying because he's breathing in the toxic chemicals? Like, that's not explained. Anyway. There you go, chat. That was Spider-Man episode 22, The Tablet of Time. Actually, a fun episode. A lot going on. A lot of characters introduced. A lot of new villains. I dug a lot of returning villains too, chat. This is the first time we've seen the Lizard since episode 1. We're 21 episodes. Like, the last was 21 episodes ago since we last saw the Lizard, chat. That was when introduced that was the first villain in the animated series, which is pretty cool.